Hello, my YouTube friend, Pop Comics here, and today we have another giant collection of 90s comics that I just purchased. It's more comic books from the same guy that I bought a few days ago. Let me just give you a quick tour of what I bought. So I still have the comics from the other day I bought there, but he was happy enough with that price that he brought 4 more long boxes of comic books to sell. It's all that same late 80s into 90s stuff. So a lot of cheap stuff, some key issues, some comics of value. I think I ended up paying more per comic book this time because there's more things I was interested in. I ended up paying $470 total for the collection. He had me go through the indie stuff first, and I went through all of it. It's about 1 long box. I believe I offered $150. He wanted a little bit more. He said, how about 200? We agreed on 175. We kind of met in the middle. And then he had me go through the Marvel stuff, which he thought would be worth a lot more because it's Marvel. But it was a lot of cheaper Marvel stuff that just isn't really worth anything. So I went through all of that, and I offered, I think, $250 for the Marvel stuff. He's like, oh, I wanted like $1 each. I think it was 680 Marvel comic books. So he wanted, almost $700 for them. I was like, I can't do that. So I had to show him a whole bunch of eBay auctions, like New Warriors. Unless it's #1, they don't really sell lots on eBay. Go for like a quarter, 50 cents a piece. Strike Force Mortar. I can't even say the name of that comic book. They don't. You go on eBay, they don't sell at all. They have 0 value. So I had to show him that a lot of them. So he's like, all right, let's. How about 300? I offered 275, and he's like, you know what? Okay, I'm okay with that. So we agreed. It took a little bit of negotiation, but I think we were both happy in the end. And he's gonna be bringing me more comic books on the weekend, I believe. All right, let's start going through these comic books. So this box here, I believe, yeah, these are all comic books I paid 33 cents for each. So what I did was I pulled out anything that I thought would be, sell pretty easily for like $2 to $4. I was willing to pay 33 cents for. And then maybe, or if it was something that I really wanted, I bought it for myself. Like these, I don't really think are worth anything, but I knew I needed them for my collection. Cool cover, so 33 cents. Anything Ghost Rider, I'll pay 33 cents unless I think it's, more valuable, expensive one. Ghost Rider, 17. I might have paid a little bit more, but that one was a little bit beat up. Spider-Man Funeral for Octopus. Okay, and then we have some Spider-Man stuff, which is a solid like $2 book. If it was Amazing Spider-Man or like Web of Spider-Man or any of those better, 80s Spider-Mans, I would pay more. Spectacular Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man. So some of these I might have paid $1 for actually, because I feel like I pulled out all the Spectacular Spider-Man and Web of Spider-Mans. So these might have gone mixed up a little bit. Or it might have just been the ones that were, like this one is tanned. So maybe they were just lower condition. And that's why I paid 33 cents for them. Conan, I love Conan's. Conan, so we have a lot of Conan. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 26. Mighty Thor. Again, you guys can let me know if I miss anything that's of more value, more than like $2 to $4. Let me know, because that's something I'll probably owe him a little bit more for. And these are all already Marvel, so I don't really need to sort them. Okay, let's go through all these. We got Iron Man 260, 250, 275, 251. So a bunch of Iron Man. Iron Man's a good solid $2 to $4 comic book. Ghost Rider. Marvel Comics presents Ghost Rider. Marvel Comics presents are a little bit better. This one would probably be hard to sell, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but it was one I wanted for myself. Thor's. I feel like 1 or 2 of these Thors might have been a key issue that I missed, so you guys can let me know. Godzilla comic book, Marvel Comics presents, Warlock. Punishers I've had a hard time selling lately, so I can't really pay too much, but that was a lower number on the War Journal. Silver Surfer 120. Marvel Comics presents 17. I know there's one issue around here that's worth a little bit, but I didn't feel like looking them up at the time because I have so many of them. Conan. Okay, we got more Conan. King Conan. RoboCop 2. That's kind of neat. I like the, the pop culture related things. High Adventures. 33 cents is probably high on that, but or something like this. Like I like kind of the oddball stuff or the international stuff. Stuff that I don't see as often. Marvel Age. Suburban Jersey Ninja Devils. I thought that was kind of fun. Marvel Comics presents. Marvel Onslaught. Darkhawk. Aerators. I do like having the toy comic books in the shop because they sell pretty well, and I like toy comics from this era just because that's what I grew up with. A whole bunch of aerators, which most people throw these in a dollar bin, so 33 cents is probably high on those. Defenders 139. Machine Man and Bastion Annual. That's a cool cover. Warlock #1. Adventures of Spider-Man #1. Okay, Classic X-Men. I do really like the Classic X-Men from this era. Incredible Hulk issues. More Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk, New Warriors. Quasar #1. That one's probably worth a little bit more. Marvel Age 83. New Gods reprint. I do got to pull out the DC if there's any in here. Marvel Universe. Marvel's 1960 handbook. Spider-Girl 21. Aerators, more of the cartoon stuff or toy stuff. Power Pachyderms #1. That's cool. Catwoman #6. Awesome Paul Pope cover, but like in really bad shape. Wonder Woman 149. So there was some DC mixed in here. Okay, more Wonder Woman. Justice League America. Hawk and Dove #1. Planetary Batman. House of M #1. It's kind of a fun cover. Universe Ablaze. Kabuki Classics. Marvel Comics presents. I do like the Sam Keith stuff. I think that's worth a little bit more, so I was willing to pay a little bit more for that. New Teen Titans 59. Impossible Man #1. New Warriors #4. Animal Man #22. Awesome Brian Boland artwork. Grendel #35. Whoops. Oh, and a Judge Dredd issue. King Conan. Thanos #5. What If 63. Inhuman 6. They didn't have the #5. The thing with this collection as well is that he said he had a friend go through them and pulled out all the key issues. He pulled out like Amazing Spider-Man 316. He pulled out Batman Beyond #1. And that's, if you pull out the stuff that's actually sellable that I can make money with, it's like I can't really pay that much for the cheap stuff to begin with, and I'm going to probably pay a little bit less even if you pulled out all the value, just because that stuff, it's a lot of work. If you put in all the work, you end up making like $5 an hour, and so it's not really worth the time, unless you have a shop like this and you can just throw them out in a dollar bin and slowly sell them, then yeah, it's kind of worth buying them, but not really for a lot of money. And since I mostly buy and sell comic books just because I collect them and I want to buy more for my own collection, it's not really a big money maker for me. In fact, if I was relying on it just to make money, I wouldn't be buying and selling comic books, honestly. But because of that, if you pull out the coolest stuff, it's just like, it's a little disappointing to me as well. I want the coolest stuff. That's the stuff I'll pay you half the value for because I want it. And it's cool and it's, you know, more valuable. And it just, if I want to sell, it's easier to sell. It sells for more money. It's faster to sell. And it's a lot less work. Okay, let's get back to the box. Okay, Damage Control #2. #4. I didn't know if these had gone up since they've shown up in the MCU. So I figured I'll pay a little bit more for them just in case. But I think I have all these already. Especially this is the first issue. Grooves are always sell for like $2 or $3 easily. So I'll pay 33 cents for these all day long. I'm pretty sure I have all of these. So I'm at the point where I'm not really buying for myself anymore. So these are strictly to buy to put into the shop. 91 might have a little bit more value. But yeah, I love Groove. Groove's one of my all-time favorite comic books. So these, I like getting them because I know they'll sell, and every once in a while someone will come in and grab like 20 of them for a couple bucks each. And I know whenever people buy a whole stack of these, it's a happy day for them because they're so much fun to read. 272, 58. Sleepwalker with Spider-Man. I don't know if any of these are going up in value, but it had Spider-Man, so I figure I'll probably be able to get $2 or $3 for them. More Gru. I'll buy Gru all day long for 33 cents. Shovel Noir #8. I know some of these, like the ones with Dave Stevens covers, are worth a ton. So we have a little bit of the indie stuff here. Paranoia. This just looked really cool. Some of this stuff I was willing to pay a little bit more for just because I wanted it for myself. Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. Robot. I love this 80s manga anime stuff. Oh, and all the the manhwa, the Japanese comic books. I love the artwork in these things. Free Jack, I do like the weird sci-fi related comics from that era. Archie 3000. Okay, so that goes with the indie stuff. Okay, we have Darkhawk. I don't know if people are paying for the other issues. I know number 1 everyone wants. Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's kind of neat. It's not sure the publisher on that one. Okay, Doctor Strange. Inhumans number 7. Sadly, I think it's number 5 is the one you want, but that wasn't in here. Dr. Fate number 12. The Terminator number 16. So we have more indie stuff. Etc. That's book 3. Solo Avengers number 19. I gotta put these here. Number 17. Number 20. Namor 22. Namor 18. All the Submariner stuff I used to pay maybe 10 cents a piece, but since he's showing up in the Black Panther movie, I figure out these will probably be easier to sell for a while. I'm not sure what this comic book was, but it's TSR, so it's like a role-playing comic book, zombie theme. I thought that was really neat, so I wanted that for my collection. Solo Avengers number 1, Hawkeye number 18, Spider-Girl number 11, Hellboy number 104 from Conqueror Worm, JLA Giant. So these are a little bit more mixed up. I thought this was just all Marvel, but he had a bit more of this stuff. Amazing Heroes in this box. I love the quality comics. There's something about the print quality for these for that age that's kind of nice. I just really love the way they look. Yeah, that's really cool. What year was this? This was I don't even see the date, but I think early 90s. So I love collecting stuff like that. I don't mind paying a little bit more for that. X Factor 42, 35, Punisher Point of View, Punisher Movie Special, Real Ghostbusters, Vampire, Lestat, and Races. I like the horror stuff. All right, we have Brute Force number 1. I grabbed a couple of these out of Dollar Bin last year, so I don't really need it, but I think it might have a little bit of value. Captain Harlock, I do like Captain Harlock. Spider-Girl number 6, Spider-Girl 22, ROM 26, Daredevil 305. Can always use Daredevil stuff. It sells pretty good for a couple bucks each. Namor, Punisher War Journal. Usually these I don't pay a lot for, just they don't sell very well, but it's a lower number. Darkhawk Punisher, X Factor 4, X Factor 45, X Factor 49, Marvel Comics Presents 23, 22, X Factor 48, X Factor 44, X Factor 39, Power Pack 42, Men in Black number 1. That one I didn't look up. It might be worth more than $1 or $2. Captain Planet number 1. I thought that's cool. Conan 218. What If 42. What If number 2. That's cool. What If 12. Marvel Fanfare 60. I really love the covers on these, and I love the interior. Just a higher quality. For this era, it was just like a higher quality comic book. Spider-Man Web of Doom number 2. Ghost Rider 21. Iron Man 243. Iron Man 246. Iron Man 247. Iron Man 244. 255. Marvel Comics Presents 94. 92. Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher, Hearts of Darkness. Ghost Rider 4. Thor 402. Again, I know there's probably one key in here. I feel like I missed something. I just don't remember all of them off the top of my head. Thor 398. And when you're going through 1,200 comic books, it's going to take a few hours to go through, so I didn't want to sit there looking everything up. Thor 403, 422, Thor 410, Power Pack 55, High Adventures number 4. These I don't have, but I remember having them as a kid, and I kind of like the painted covers. Death's Head number 3. I do like the British comics. Cloak and Dagger 6. Fred Hembeck sells the Marvel Universe. This one I actually hadn't seen before, so I like that. Cloak and Dagger number 5. King Conan 52. Conan 225. Conan 228. Conan 238. Love Conan. I gotta double check to see what else I need to finish the run. Guardians of the Galaxy 17. Conan 217. Power Pack 48. Power Pack 46. Power Pack 53, Spawn 42. Spawns are pretty common. Even they might have a little bit of value, but they don't sell well in my shop. ROM 55, Legion of Night, cool looking cover. Marvel Comics Presents 27, Marvel Age 80, Luke Cage 41, a little bit lower grade, but still cool. Roger Rabbit number 3, What the number 5, Cloak and Dagger 19, Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 4, Daredevil 275, Daredevil 272. We love my Daredevil. Daredevil 267. One more stack in this box. We have Daredevil 271, 278, 308, 276, Namor number 8, Namor 23. These I think will be a little bit sellable for a while, and if he's really cool in the movie, they'll be really sellable. If he kind of bombs or no one likes the character, then these will go back down to dollar bin books. Mephisto versus X Factor, Punisher Annual 2, Squirrel Girl number 1, Power Pack 47, Death Heads 9, Defenders 138, Marvel Age 85, glue cover, love that. Darkman 3, Death Heads 4, Power Pack 50, Cloak and Dagger 4, High Adventures number 2, Death Head 6, Weird Science reprint, that's super cool. That one I probably should have paid a little bit more for. Knights of Pendragon number 3, you wanted that. What the number 20, Power Pack 49. A lot of these, I think I needed the higher numbers, that's kind of why I was paying a little bit more for them. Cloak and Dagger number 7, Power Pack 61, Power Pack 45, Cloak and Dagger 8, Wonder Woman 99, Superman, Batman Generations, put that back there, Doctor Strange 12, Doctor Strange 5, Doctor Strange 7, Doctor Strange 38, Doctor Strange 22, Doctor Strange 24, number 37, Doctor Strange number 4, number 8, number 11, number 34. Fred Hembeck Destroys the Marvel Universe. You know what? This one I have seen. So I didn't see the other one, but I saw that. X-Men 1. I see this all the time. Very common comic book. Cloak and Dagger number 9 and New Titans number 5. All right, we went through the first box. I did quick sort them. So that's all Marvel. That's DC and that's Indie. I thought it was mostly Marvel, which it was, so I didn't have to sort it too much. But as I showed you in that other video, I like to quick sort them as the collections come in. It just makes it so that when I put them away in storage, it'll be a lot easier for me to sort them later on. If I decide I need to pull out all the, let's say, Iron Man comic books, I could just pull out the Marvel boxes, quick sort them again into hero stacks of Iron Man, Marvel A through M, Marvel N through Z, and then the next time I need to sort, if I need to do like Submariner, I can get the N through Z boxes and just sort again and just continue to sort until it becomes smaller and smaller piles, so that every time I do another sort, it just becomes easier and easier. Okay, so this is the second box. I believe the front here are all the ones that I paid $1 or more for, just that stack. And then there's another stack of the independent ones I paid more for. I figure I'll just show these to you a little bit better, make it a little bit easier to see them. So I think these are all the ones I paid $1 or more. So Web of Spider-Man I probably paid $1 for. Akira's, I believe I paid $4 to $5 each on these, which are great. I love this Akira run. Just amazing artwork, great storyline. I love that it's a colorized version of Akira. One of my all-time favorite comic books. So those are amazing. Web of Spider-Man number 50. That's cool. Captain America 253. Avengers West Coast 62. Black Knight number 3. The Real Ghostbusters number 17. That one I might have paid cheaper. I don't remember paying it, if I paid $1 or not for that one. Okay, next stack. This isn't as good as my studio, but we'll get through these. All right, Defenders 25. Avenger 313, awesome comic book, but it has like a lot of water staining, sadly. Moon Knight number 2. I think all the Moon Knights I paid $2 a piece because I think these will sell pretty easily for $5. Number 4, maybe even a little bit more. 29, awesome Bill Sienkiewicz cover, I believe. That's great. Vault of Evil number 3. Web of Spider-Man 84. Web of Spider-Man 68. 92. 82. Yeah, so these ones I paid $1 each for the Web of Spider-Mans because I know I can get $2 or $3 out of these pretty easily. Spectacular Spider-Man 159, Marvel Tales 263, love that cover. Conan 249, Arthur Adams cover, I thought that was really cool. Alf 29, every time I put Alf comic books out, they sell really well for me. Amazing Heroes 171, I think I paid a couple bucks for that. Deadpool vs. Thanos number 4. I like some newer comic books. If I don't think I have it, I'll pay $1 for it just because it's new and different. I don't have it. Whereas all the other stuff I've had so many times over the years, so it's not that exciting for me. Giant Dark Horse presents annual number 56. Amazing Spider-Man 338. Amazing Spider-Man 343. Web of Spider-Man number 70. First appearance of the Spider-Hulk. That one, I forget how much I paid for this one, but I think it's like a $10 to $15 comic book. Spectacular Spider-Man 152, number 185, and Doctor Strange number 67. I'm gonna move these out of the way. Ooh, I'm out of breath. I just carried 5 giant bags of sand to the basement. I just ordered sand and sandbags and that kind of stuff just because it looks like there might be a storm that'll blow up this way in 10 days. It's a tropical storm Fiona right now. One model looks like it goes kind of into the Carolinas. Another model shows it just blows out to the Europe. And then another model kind of goes up the coast. So I'm not sure. Last year after we had a whole bunch of water in our basement from the, what was it, Ida? That was kind of scary. And like I freaked out. I have a bunch of cheap comics in the basement. And my greatest fear is the basement flooding out. But the weak point was the water was coming up through the sink drain. So I decided, you know, if I had big heavy sandbags, I could have just thrown them on the drain and stopped that pretty easily. And it wouldn't have been a problem at all. So I'm getting prepared just in case I want to have sandbags in the basement ready to go. I figure it's better safe than sorry. If I see a big storm coming in, I'll just throw them on the drains and, you know, not worry about it. And then the next day I could just remove them and hopefully there's no water problems. All right, let's go back to having fun and looking at comic books. Okay, next stack of better stuff. 80s Batman stuff, I'll always pay like $1 a piece or more if it's a key issue, but this stuff sells for me. Transformers 53, great cover. This one has some value. I think it's like a $10 to $15 issue. Wonder Man number 1. This used to be a $1 bin book, but with him showing up in the MCU soon, people are starting to spec on that a little bit. Morbius number 1. This one really jumped right before the movie, but I think the price has come back down. Spectacular Spider-Man 156. House of Secrets 92, the reprint of the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Really cool issue. Spider-Man number 2. Moon Knight 6. Again, I think I paid him $2 a piece for the Moon Knights. Moon Knight 11, just because they're a solid sell right now. People really want these issues. Spider-Man Kingpin to the death. Huntress number 1. This is like a $10, $15 issue. Moon Knight 42. Black Knight 4. Count Duckula number 4. Moon Knight 20. Moon Knight 9. Moon Knight 41. Moon Knight 3. Moon Knight 5, Doctor Strange 13, that one's cool. Pretty decent shape too. 2099 AD number 1, crazy like lenticular, not lenticular, foil, but like pearlescent shine. The Marvel stock report, annual report, this one's worth like 10-15 bucks. Wonder Woman 171, Adam Hughes cover. Batgirl number 1, Spectacular Spider-Man annual 11. Amazing Spider-Man 322. The only McFarlane one he had, I think his friend pulled out all the rest, which is always a little bit of a shame. Spectacular Spider-Man number 168. Number 150. 162. Spider-Man 48. Amazing Spider-Man 23 annual. Spectacular Spider-Man 183. And Amazing Spider-Man 351. Alright, so those are pretty cool. Okay, this stack was the comics of value in the indie box. So we have more Akira, love Akira. Number 5, number 7. Those are easy to sell and have value. Flaming Carrot Comics 28, 21. Nausicaa in the Valley of Wind trade paperback. Shovel Nor number 3, that one's cool. Miracle Man number 8. There's like different versions of this issue. I gotta figure out which version it is. Number 1, this one definitely has some value. This was one of the bigger books in the collection. Aliens number 5. Cryptozoic Man number 3. The Tick Heroes of the City number 1. That one's pretty awesome. Planet of the Apes number 14. Alien number 1. That one's awesome. Faust number 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 22. That's, you know, most of these are probably at least a $5 comic book. V for Vendetta 8. The Crow Volume 3. It's mid-grade, but even mid-grade, this one still has a lot of value. I think it's like a $40-$50 issue. Havoc Wolverine Meltdown. This one I thought was worth more, but it's only like $3. So I'll probably give him $1. And then Crime Does Not Pay, number 125. Awesome Golden Age comic book. I was really excited to see it. It's really low grade. It's probably only 1.8 because it's like water damaged. But I asked him, he said he had more 10-cent comic books, so that's what I'm really looking forward to. I think I gave him like $5 for that. Just sticking on here a little bit. Let me put it here. I don't want to get on the Crow. Interview with the Vampire, number 4. Nightmare on Elm Street, number 1. Adventures of the Toxic Avenger, number 1. And Sonic Super Special, number 7. And this one is signed, I think, either the artist or I'm not sure who signed it, but I thought that was super cool. Okay, back to some of the cheaper stuff. This batch here, these I think I paid 10 cents a piece. Nothing, you know, jumped out as super valuable or interesting to me, or you know, like Alien Legion is kind of cool, but I have it all already, so not really looking for that. And I know if I put it out, I might be able to find someone who'll pay $1. I bet someone in the comments below will say, oh, I'll buy those for $1. But in reality, I'll pull them out and they'll sit for a long time. And I'm too busy to actually try to sell it through the mail, because it's just a lot of labor. Packaging and shipping just takes a lot of work. So those are all 10-cent indies. Okay, and then this is more of the stuff I paid 33 cents a piece. Dark Horse Comics, Cyber 7-4. I really like the covers on those. Ghostbusters. Okay, we have Grendel 29. Outlanders Book 4. Really like the manga stuff a lot. Grendel 33. Dark Horse Presents 64. 34. That's cool with Alien. Cryptozoic Man number 4. Mask Returns number 4. Grendel War Child number 9. Fight Night number 10. Drunken Fist. These I don't think are worth too much, but I absolutely love the artwork inside of them. I think it's so cool. Bolt of Horror 3. Probably should have paid a little bit higher on those. Hard Looks. Dreadlands. Although I guess technically I did. He negotiated me up $75. So for all the stuff I kind of underpaid, he negotiated for that. So I don't feel that bad. Judge Dredd 38. Planet of the Apes number 2. Like something like that. I probably should have paid a little bit more. Airboy 48. That's kind of a cool cover. DNA Agents. Lost Planet number 5. I do like this like Eclipse and First stuff. Dark Horse Presents number 26. Weird Science number 4. Outlanders number 32. Love the artwork in these. Give Me Liberty. Hellraiser. Ghostbusters. More of This Man Wah, which I absolutely love. American Heroes 166. Stray Toasters, Bill Sienkiewicz. That's awesome. Judge Anderson. Love the Judge Dredd related stuff. Grendel Tales number 3. Grendel. This stuff is kind of more interesting to me. This is like the better indie stuff that I like from the 80s. Cyber 7. Star Blazers number 1. Judge Dredd 29. Hellboy Jr. Evil Ernie number 9. Grendel Tales number 1. Judge Dredd 33. Cerebus 57. Really need a lot more Cerebus for my collection. The Amazon number 3. I thought that looked cool. Vampirella Strikes number 3. Judge Dredd 30. Cerebus 122. Freak Show. That one's cool. Grendel War Child number 1. Buddha's Palm number 15. Again, I love the Man Wah. Robotech, the Sentinels 1. The Blood Sword number 15. Drunken Fist 15. Racer X. Racer X number 6. Racer X 10. Racer X 8. Cerebus 125. Speed Racer 17. The new Albedo number 1. I kind of wish there was the original series in there. Outlanders 26. Evil Ernie. Was it the something number 1? Lady Death. Ape Nation number 3. Sergio Aragonés Action Speaks 5. Cerebus 266. That's cool. The Blood Sword 17. Fathom 8. You know, some of this stuff like this I don't think has a ton of value, but I like it. So I don't mind paying a little bit more for something I like. Vampirella 4, Ghostbusters 27, Drunken Fist 44, Racer X7, Racer X10, Creepy 19, Magic number 1, Drunken Fist 6, Roger Rabbit 5, Amazing Heroes 155, Vampirella Army of Darkness number 3, Comico Christmas Special, Planet of the Apes 19, Reanimator number 4, Aliens vs Predator number 0, Hellboy and the BPRD number 2, Creepy 18, love this cover a lot, awesome cover, Ghost 11, Alien Nation Television Special, Cerebus 227, Dare 6, Buddha's Palm number 24, number 11, Judge Dredd 26, Cerebus number 126, Concrete Strange Armor, absolutely love Concrete, one of my all-time favorite. Appleseed's awesome. Adventures of Baron Munchausen, Drunken Fist number 6, 3x3 Eyes, not really familiar with this, but the cover looked really cool old school manga stuff. X-Files, Fright Night, horror stuff's always good. Two Faces of Tomorrow, Deadline, thought it had a cool cover. Speed Racer 34, couple copies of that. Terminator 14, Bow, the final issue. Shovel Noir, not sure the number, but that's cool. Judge Dredd 56, Alienation number 1, Terminator number 3, Married with Children 5, Star Blazers, Epic Light, just looked interesting. Martha Saves the World, Warlord of Mars, Thunder Agents, Clive Barker Tapping the Vein, Wonder Woman 28, Grendel 31, Buddha's Palm 10. As you can see, so far a lot of really fun indie stuff. This is why I was more excited to buy the indie stuff than the Marvel stuff, because the Marvel stuff was kind of like weaker Marvel stuff, but this is kind of like better, nicer, not in value. Although, I mean, the Cthulhu comic might have value. Some of these might have value, but more just in the fact that they're cool. You know, stuff that I'm more interested in. Vampirotica number 32. That cover's really nice. Ghost 18. Book of Death number 1. Twilight Zone. Creepy 22. Ghost 19. Vampy 1. Time Twister number 15. Time Twister number 16. The covers on these are really cool. Trouble with Girls number 1. Slimer number 5. The Ghostbusters stuff always sells well for me. Elf Quest 8. Buddha's Palm 6. Oriental Heroes number 6. Boris the Bear number 24. Blood of Dracula number 13. Trouble with Girls number 1 again. Duplicate of that. Outlanders number 1. Ariella and Glory number 1. That's cool. Love that show a lot. Alienation, Time Drifter, Scout War something, man. That's a awesome cover. Love that cover a lot, actually. Twilight Zone number 1. Critters 21. It was cool that he had some Critters. I wish he had the earlier issues. Critters 19. Critters 22. Real Ghostbusters 15. Slider Special number 1. Love Sliders. Scout War Shaman number 8. These covers are really awesome. Number 2. Anne Rice the Mummy. Give Me Liberty. Two Faces of Tomorrow, a cool sci-fi cover. Just one issue. Robotech 2, The Sentinels. Cinema Purgatorio. Jurassic Park number 4. Shuriken. Okay, just one more small stack here. We got Evil Ernie 6. Judge Dredd 9. Aliens vs Predator number 1. Oriental Heroes 15. Outlanders 23. Lady Death 0. Speed Racer 14. Couple copies of that. 15. The Abyss number 1. And Purgatory comic. Okay, very cool indie stuff. Okay, so this box is indie stuff. I paid 10 cents a piece. So this is going to be just really cheapo stuff. Nothing, you know, stuff that's kind of interesting but not necessarily has any value, and stuff that either I thought I had or stuff that I thought wouldn't be easy to sell, that I would have to clear out cheap. I know someone's going to tell me, oh, I would buy that for $1 or whatever. Again, you're not here right now. You know, for me to actually ship, it's a lot of extra work that I just don't have time for. Alien Legion, Adventures. I gotta pull some of these out so we can see better. Just the camera so we can see a little bit better. Lady Death, Team Yankee, Legend of the Shield, Dr. Zero. Actually, I'm just gonna blast through these real quick because this just doesn't excite me as much. Time Twisters. I mean, some of these look kind of cool. Like Nexus, I know I have all those. Kabuki, that one was just damaged. This one looks kind of cool, but there's a whole bunch of those. Zenith, Time Twisters. Yeah, I think I grabbed the other ones. I paid 33 cents, so that cover wasn't as good as the other few, but it looks cool. Probe, Transmetropolitan. I would have paid more, but that one's damaged. Team Yankee, Alien Legion, Adventurers, the American. I know some people are big fans of this stuff, and you know, I enjoy it. Especially like this is a fun painted cover, but it's cheap. It's easy to get. I have a lot of it, so I don't get that excited when people trade it in. Especially if there's like 20 or 30 copies of these. There's no way I'm gonna be able to sell these for more than $1. And oh, that one's kind of fun. And most likely I'll end up clearing them out cheap. These are water damaged, so I didn't pay for those at all. Alien Legion is fun. I have all those. More American, Comic Book Confidential, Outbreed, Powerline, Shadow Man Zero, Vertigo Quarterly but damaged, Knights of the Dinner Table, Coverless, Rogue Trooper, Interface. That one actually looks kind of cool. Southern Squadron, Nexus, the Paybacks. Yeah, stuff like this, the Valiant stuff, I end up 99% of what I get, I end up bulk selling for $1/4 a piece. So I can never really spend a lot for that stuff because there's no market for it. Even though they're great storylines and cool comic books, they just resale wise, they just don't have a lot of value. Scout War Shaman, that series actually looks cool. I don't know if I have those. Black Seed Preview, Tomorrow's Stories, Elementals, Light and Darkness War, Alien Legion, Weird Western Tales, Chastity, Dragonfly, Fly, Shooter, We Stand, Angara. That's a cool comic book, but it was damaged. Hackmasters, Rising Stars, Purgatory, Pulp Action. I don't really know anything about these. The Knockout, I kind of like the covers on the series. They're nicely painted. Turlock, Bloodshot. I kind of need a couple of these later Valiants. Dreadstar. Pretty sure I have all the Dreadstars and all the Whisper. I have probably like 80% of all the first comic books. I just need a few. Like this one, no, that's Eclipse. That one's a cool cover though. I think I need that one. That one I have a couple of those. So yeah, my first one's almost complete. I have almost all the issues, and I don't go out of my way to get them. I just wait to get them in collections like this, and it's been cheap. I probably spent less than $100 to get a full run. Warhawks #1, that's cool. 7 Block, The Monster Men, Bloodshot, Paper Cinema, Samurai, Femforce, X-Mutants, more X-Mutants, Evangeline. I like the covers on that series. Megadeth, Midnight Society, Alien Legion, Badger, that one's water damage. Total Eclipse, Nexus. Oh, my hands are getting dirty from all the dirty bags. Sired 1, Justice League America, the cover's detached. Light and Darkness War, that one's kind of cool looking. Sable 23, like the cover on that one a lot. Couple of those. Tempest Fugitive, Rising Stars, Untouchable, Hellraiser, Knockout, that one's water damage. Way of the Rat, water damage. The water damage ones I don't think I paid for. More of these Toy Boy ones. Alien Legion 11, Human Target, or these, Fish Police #20, Interface, cool looking cover. I think that one will sell for $1 just because it looks cool. Terminator 3, Flare #6, Baron Munchausen #3, Stories for Ugly Children, Scout War Shaman. I do really like the covers on that series. Time Walker, Nexus, Elementals, Badger 56, Nexus, The Origin, Tigress, Eternal Warriors, Lord Pumpkin, Twilight Man, Dreadstar 49, Omni-Man, Champions Classics, Falls, the Gotham Rain, Megalith, Interface again, there's like 20 of those. Solar Man of the Atom 7, The Maze Agency number 3, Chastity, Ultraverse, Firearm, another one of these. Man, there's a bunch of these. Do really like the cover though, it's a cool cover. Wonderland, Down the Rabbit Hole, Sandman Overture, sadly it's water damage, otherwise it'll be worth a bit. Vampy 15, Lady Death 1, Purgatory 1, XL Man of War, Bofo Lapse number 4, The Paybacks 3. Alright, Leonard Nimoy's Primal Mortals, Harrow Country County, the New York Comic and Fantasy Creators Convention, Wonderland. I wonder if that, I didn't look that up. I don't know if it's worth anything. It might be though, just for its historical importance. Man, I got a loud helicopter outside. We got trucks, helicopters, people walking by. Alien Legion, Curse of the Rune, Ogre, Justice Machine, Captain Confederacy, Stories for Ugly Children, Baker Street, Free Jack, Cadillac and Dinosaurs, Zenith, Miss Mystic, Silverback, Dreadstar, Whisper, Things You Never Knew Existed. So it's a catalog from the 90s. That might have a little value just because it's fun. Clobbering Time, Maze Agency, Fish Police, Scout War Shaman, Shovel Nor, Grimjack 68, Bloody Mary Lady Liberty, Weird War Tales. It's kind of a fun painted cover. Motley Crue comic book, DN Agents. That one's water damaged. This one's also water damaged. Another copy of that. That one's damaged. Dr. Tomorrow. Okay, we got a Vietnam Journal, The Vibe, 2080 Showcase, couple of those. Steel Grip Starkey, 2080 again. More of these. Zenith, Whisper 25. This series has some fun covers. Airboy 50, some of those have fun covers. Silverback, Badger, Sable 24, Rust 4, Zenith, Green Hornet, Magnus Robot Fighter number 6, Coven, Brink of Eternity, Wolfgang, XL Man of War, Femforce Knight of the Demon, Armorines, Lady Arcane, Shattered Earth, Team Yankee, Steel Grip Starkey, 2080 Showcase, New Gods, Ecto Kid number 1. I think the Wachowskis worked on that. I gotta double check that. Punisher War Journal. Then the last stack here we have X-Force 14, Strike Force Morituri. These just never sell. Punisher 51. Punisher does not sell well for me either. X-Force 10. More of those. Excalibur. Justice League Europe. Infman Wasteland. I don't want to pronounce this name more than once because it hurts my brain. More of these. More of those. More of those. A bunch more of those. Electric Undergrow. Excalibur 20. Number 9. 38. The Nom 30. Robin 1. More of these. A bunch more of these. These just get sold for a quarter usually. In bulk though, not one at a time. Namor 6. War Journal. Cage 3. Justice 32. Punisher 28. Punisher War Journal 47, 35, 70, 13, and 44. Okay, whew, that box was exhausting to go through. Nothing too exciting. Okay, this is the final box of comic books. I paid 10 cents a piece on these. These are all Marvel. So we have a whole bunch of these Strike Force ones. I'm not even going to show you all those because it's not that exciting. And we have some Punisher. Punisher is cool to me. It just does not sell very well. More Strike Force. All Strike Force. Green Hornet. Nick Fury. Legion 92. Nick Fury. Starman. Excalibur. So this is the kind of stuff that if you look on eBay, you're going to find like lots of 10 for $2. It just does not sell. this is the kind of stuff I had to kind of show them that, you know, I can't really pay more than 10 cents. Marvel Comics presents Excalibur. These are worth a little bit more, but they're not worth that much. Excalibur, lots of Excalibur. New Warriors #1. This one might be worth a little bit more. Archer Armstrong, but that isn't worth anything. I'll check these. These don't really sell for much. That one's kind of cool. I probably would have put that in the 33-cent pile. I probably should have, just because I want it. Question, Doc Samage, Armor. So in this case, you know, it's a Marvel comic book, but not really one that's in demand. Now, if they do a television show and it's really popular, all of a sudden people might start paying $2, $3, $4, $5 a piece of these. But right now, I'm not specking on them. I'm not going to pay based on what they might be worth in the future. Right? I'm just going to pay the fact that they don't sell right now. So that's why this kind of stuff I'm paying 10 cents a piece. Cyber Rad. Bethany Vampire, Laundry Secrets, Sable. I do like that cover. It's a cool cover. Critical Mass, Nexus. I do like Nexus. I have all those. Green Hornet, American Flag is cool, but I have all those. Avengers. That one was a little water damage. Warheads. Wonder Man 2. I probably should have paid a little bit more for. Legion of Superheroes. The Ray. But I did. Again, he negotiated extra $75 out of me, so basically I did pay more for the ones that probably should have paid more. A lot of this stuff I probably shouldn't have paid more for. Teen Titans, Shuriken, Solar, Man of the Atom, Green Hornet, the Badger, Green Hornet, Gun Fury, Teen Titans, and of course you guys can always let me know if I missed something of value, and of value like over $5. You know, some of these might be 3 or 4, or it might be $1, but I don't think this one was water damaged. Nick Fury, like, I just don't know if the Nick Furies, I don't think they're worth anything, but maybe I'm missing something that's jumped in value because I don't have everything memorized and I don't keep up on every single price. Critical Mass, Sleepwalker 13, Violator, Cyforce, Silver Sable 2, Dragon's Claw, Nomad, whatever that is, Clash, Deathlock, Quasar 31, Speedball, Nomad. Yeah, I mean, most of this stuff is going to end up being something that, like this whole box, I might have to clear out for $100 or something like that. Which, since I paid $4.70 for 4 boxes, almost like I'm breaking even on 1 box just to get rid of it. But I'm going to sort it into my collection first and pull out everything that I don't own. That's how I do it. So it might be a year before I actually sell anything. Spider-Woman, Cops, Deathlock, Wonder Man, the Young All-Stars. See, and this stuff, you look it up, stuff is just not going to be worth anything. Batgirl 6. Firestorm is kind of cool. Superman, Green Lantern. So a little bit of DC mixed in here. Justice League, Captain Atom, American Flag, Batgirl 25. All right, Batgirl 3. I do appreciate when you guys point out comics of value, because literally it sometimes takes 4,000 or 5,000 eyeballs to realize that there's one, like only one person will mention a certain comic book has value, and it's something that maybe 3,999 of us did not realize. So when you do point out, but you can double check the comments too, because some people will point out the same thing multiple times. Star brands are just not sellable. There's a whole bunch of those, whole bunch of these. Whoops, I skipped Tech. Not really worth anything. Powerline, the Nom 47. I do like the Nom. Pretty sure I have most of those. X-Factor, X-Force, American Flag. Pretty sure I have a full run of American Flag. The Punisher. I'm just skipping through these faster because it's just not as exciting for me, this stuff. Punisher War Journal. A couple of these actually probably had a little bit more value, but again, Punisher just has not sold for me very much lately. When he shows on TV, they sold really well, but then they died again. Before the show, I could not sell them for $1 or 50 cents. Show, selling like crazy. Show, you know, a couple months later, back down to I couldn't sell them for $1. Punisher, Justice Society of America, Green Arrow, New Titans, Millennium, Secret Origins, Young All-Stars, OMAC. I've had copies of these in the store for 10 years. This is a comic that just does not sell. Action Comics 650, a couple copies of those. Shadow Masters, The War, Book 1, New Warriors, Sleepwalker 4, Death's Head, Speedball 4, X Nation is $20.99. Speedball 1 but water damaged. House 2, Nth Man, Excalibur, Nom, couple copies, 3 copies of that. Nick Fury, Marvel Age 77, Doom 19, Nom 31, Speedball 10, Nth Man number 3, The Young All Stars 23, Starbrand 17, American Flag, these are cheap. Star Trek Academy, American Flag again, Starbrand, Excalibur. Looking through this stuff, I'm like, geez, why did I even buy this? Right, when I see stuff like this, like a box like this box, I have all of it. It's not really sellable. It's work for work's sake, not for making a profit. So I don't know. If someone says I lowballed on this box, I don't know what to say. You can't sell this stuff no matter how much work you put into it. You can't get more than like a quarter to maybe $1 on some of it. But most of it you're gonna have to bulk sell really cheap. Excalibur, Starbrand, Excalibur, Young All Stars, a couple copies of that. 2 copies of that. Junk, Cage, Deathlock, Terror Inc., Nomad, Dragon's Claw, Squadron Supreme, a couple copies of that, more copies of that. Flash 161, Steel Grip Starkey, 2 copies of that. Star Trek. Alright, not really worth much. And I'm sure some of these are awesome stories and worth having. I mean, I end up collecting one of every comic book just because I love comic books and I want one of each just to have as in my archive of things I can enjoy in life. But like, I wouldn't go out of my way. If I can get this stuff in a collection for dirt cheap, I'm thrilled. I don't think I would pull any of this out of a dollar bin for myself. Just $1 feels too high for this stuff. Starbrand, American Flag, Marvel Universe Update, American Flag. Okay, so that's everything in that box. Okay, so I got all the comics sorted now. That's Indie, Marvel, and Marvel. Half a box of DC, and some of the better stuff I need to clear out a box. I'm going to actually empty out an Indie box into here so I can put those into a different box. I'm gonna put those away in storage just until I'm ready to sort them later on. All right, going through these comic books again, I almost feel like I overpaid because there's a lot of junk. But there is some really awesome stuff that I'm actually happy to add to my collection. And I think that'll be enough for me to break even and kind of cover my costs and be able to keep the ones I want to keep. Let me know if you guys think I overpaid or if I lowballed them and ripped them off or what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.